welcome here to Verona. So this morning I left Lake Garda, so I've taken a bus from where I was staying in the hotel all the way to Verona to the train station. It cost me €5, which is not too bad at all. And then when I got to the train station here in Verona, I've dropped my bags in the left baggage. I don't know how much that's going to cost because I don't pay for it until I go and collect my bags. And then I've just hopped on another bus, which is €1.30 into Verona city centre. I'm just going to do a little bit of exploring, do a few hours, and then I'm going to head over to Venice. I found a coffee shop to have a panini, so I had like a ham and mozzarella panini, which was delicious, and a shakarado, of course. Is it really a day if I've not had a shakarado here? And I've just been wandering around, so I went to see Juliettes balcony. Honestly, it was so crowded. It was just absolutely full of people, so you had to queue to actually go in to like the little courtyard, and then you had to pay for tickets if you wanted to go and get a picture on the balcony. I couldn't even get up to the statue because there was just so many people. I mean, it's one of those things, like, whilst you're here, obviously go and see it, like, it's free. But whoa, it was really busy. I've just come to a church which is on one of the must-sees of Verona, so I'll put the name of the church here. So I'm gonna go in, head in and see that now. And then, yeah, I think I've seen most of the things. So I've been walking down the streets here, which are all so beautiful. So yeah, I'm gonna walk kind of backwards, go and see the arena, which is, I walked past that to get to the cafe. So I thought I'll see that on my way back. And then, yeah, I'll probably head back to the train station, go and collect my bags from the left baggage, find out how much that's gonna cost. Hopefully I don't get ripped off. And then I'm gonna get one of the trains into Venice. So yeah, it's been a lovely little stop in Verona. It looks like a really nice place to stay. It's probably like a weekend destination, but I've managed to tick everything off in a couple of hours that I wanted to see here, so I'm happy that I've done that. And then, yeah, I just wander back through the streets towards the train station. Might go into Zara and do a little bit of shopping if I come across it again, but yeah, it's been a lovely little day trip. Welcome to Venice. So I've just arrived here in the train station. First point of call is to try and find how I get on the water bus, whatever it's called, the ferries, and then I need to head to the hostel. I've got my big bag on my back, so it's really heavy. So I'm gonna go and try and find the tickets now. There looks like there's a ticket station just across from the train station. The ride here was beautiful, so you go over the water into actual Venice, and it's so pretty. So the train journey here is gorgeous. Okay, so the water bus ticket has been purchased. So it cost me €30 for unlimited travel for 48 hours. So I'm only going to be here for 2 days, so I thought that would be the best option for me to get. So I'm just heading now. It seems pretty straightforward. Using Google Maps, because they tell you exactly which one to get on. I don't know if you have to validate it or something, but we're just gonna queue up and see what happens, I guess. Wish me luck. get off the ferry bus and I'm literally on like one of the islands. I'll put a map here of where my hostel is, and wow, it's got a beautiful view of Venice and it's so quiet. So I'm gonna go check in now. I'm staying at the Generator Hostel, and yeah, one thing I can say with them water taxis, they're pretty easy to navigate, but wear sickness bands if you get travel sick because they don't half bash around. Into my room, and it's a 16-bed dorm, so it's the biggest one so far. I'll put the price here of what I paid for the hostel and the room. I then met one of the girls that was in my room, so then I've come out, met a few other people in the hostel bar reception area, and then we've just come for dinner. I had this really gorgeous lasagna and then had a few Aperol, and then yeah, so we're just gonna chill now. I think we've been eaten to death by Mozzies, like proper eaten to death. So we're gonna go put some spray on, maybe go for another drink, and yeah, that's the plan. So I will catch up with you tomorrow. So it's the first full day here in Venice. So last night just had a few drinks after going for dinner with some of the people that I met in the hostel, and we played pool and stuff, which was really fun. And then yeah, I woke up this morning and me and some of the people that I was with last night have decided that we're going to head to one of the little islands just off like the main part of Venice. So we've just got a boat over to the main part of Venice, and we're just walking through the streets and stuff trying to find a gelato, because our next ferry to the actual island that we're heading to is up for half an hour. It's all included in the 48-hour pass that I got yesterday, which is really good. So that's the plan, but it is so hot, so I'm literally, every time I get out in the sun I'm like sweat, which is so sexy. Burano. So we've just been walking around the streets, and honestly it's so beautiful here. Like, you have to come if you're going to Venice. Like, it's similar to Venice, so there's lots of canals and like bridges and things like that, but the houses here are so colourful and it's so beautiful. Although we have picked a rather hot day, so looking at all the canals, it's like, oh my gosh, I'd love to take a dip. But we've been walking around trying to find somewhere to eat, so I actually haven't eaten breakfast, so all I've eaten today is that gelato, so I'm pretty hungry. So we just found a little place. Most of the places actually didn't have any seats, so that's one thing to bear in mind if you're coming at lunchtime. So we're just going to continue to walk around the streets of this place. There's so many different parts to it, but it took about an hour and 20, maybe an hour and 15 on the ferry, so it's quite a long ferry. It's an unmissable place. It's a lot less busy than Venice. It is still really busy, like, don't get me wrong, but it is less busy than Venice, so I do recommend coming here just if you've got more than one day in Venice. after today being at the island, we decided to come back to Venice mainland, and then we just did a little bit of walking around, just exploring, and then we got the main tourist route. So it's the #1 water ferry that goes through the middle of Venice. So it's in an S shape. I'll put a map in here, and it's really, really beautiful. You see all the little streets down Venice, and you go through under one of the most famous bridges here. So then it was way too hot, I'm already dying, I'm sure you can see. And so I decided to go back to the hostel, had a shower, which honestly was the best shower of my entire life. But now we've come back over to the main part of Venice, and we've just sat down in this restaurant. I'll put the name of the restaurant here, and it's got loads of fish options, which is perfect for me because it's my favourite food. But we walked in and there was no tables by the canal, and I'll show you where we're sat now. It's really, really pretty, but because the table wasn't ready, they gave us a free glass of Prosecco, so love that for us. And I've just ordered a gnocchi with mixed seafood, so I'm really, really excited to try it. And I've got bruschetta, and I've been craving bruschetta for days. Speak of the devil. Yes, that's. Cheers. Cheers. Good morning, another day here in Venice. So today I've actually checked out of the hostel, so I've checked out our generator, and tonight I am actually going to be staying near the airport just because I've got to be at the airport at 5 AM tomorrow. So I have put my bags in storage, had breakfast this morning. So I had breakfast this morning and it was €4.50 for a coffee, orange juice and a croissant. Which is pretty expensive, but I was really hungry and I was still completing my washing and doing my drying and stuff. Unfortunately here the luggage storage isn't free, so I had to pay, I think it was €4 for me to get a large locker. So I've put all my stuff in storage. My 48-hour pass runs out at 5:05, so I'm gonna have to make sure that I get the ferry back here in time to get the ferry to the station before my card runs out. So I'm just now waiting at the ferry port. I'm going to head over to Venice city centre, and I'm just going to do a bit of exploring, maybe go for lunch, I'm a bit hungry, and then yeah, just explore around the actual city centre today. I'm going to come back, get my bags, and then head over to Treviso. So yeah, that's the plan. The ferry's just pulling in now, so I'm going to jump on that, and then yeah, let's go and explore Venice together. To go into the big church cathedral in Venice, but the queue is 300 people long, and there's no shade, everybody's just stood in the sun, so I can imagine that the queue is probably going to be about at least an hour and a half, and I just don't fancy that. I've seen many beautiful churches in Italy, and I can't justify queuing in the sun for that long. But it's still really beautiful to just come and have a look at. I don't know how much the tickets are, so I'll include that here. So if you are going to buy a ticket, I think you can do a fast pass because there's another entry. So I would recommend doing that if you are going to do it. I do plan on coming back to Venice. That is something that I really want to do. With a partner maybe. Who knows? But yeah, I think if I was to come back, I'll do it again. The sun is horrific today, so I'm using my little fan to shade me from the sun. I'm gonna go find somewhere maybe to grab some lunch. I'm a little bit hungry, but this is tourist square, so I'm not gonna grab lunch here because it'll be so expensive. So I'm just gonna go now find one of the little canal streets and maybe find something to eat down there. and I'm just waiting now for the ferry to come so that I can get the 4.1 ferry to the train station, and then I'm going to get a train to Treviso. They're every 15-20 minutes, so it's not going to be much of a long wait. I've had a really great time here at Generator, met some great people. The views here are absolutely stunning over Venice. Overall, I'd really recommend it. The hostel rooms are like 16 beds, so they are massive, so it's not the best night's sleep of my life, but it's a really nice hostel. So yeah, I'm just going to head over to the train station now, get the train to Treviso. I'm not really sure how to get to the hotel from the train station, but we'll figure it out when we get there. One thing I have to say is I went for lunch at this pizzeria and it was really nice. The pizza was nice. Had to wait a little bit because it was so busy, but before I'd even finished my dinner the guy was like, can you please get off the table, I need it for other people. And it hadn't been sat there long since the pizza. I was just finishing my last Aperol of Italy, and yeah, he was like, yeah, can you just like stand up and finish your drink because I need to sit other people, which I thought was a bit rude, but hey ho, Venice is so busy, so it is what it is. I actually went to a different part, so that was like around San Marco, which is extremely busy with tourists, like so busy. And I went to another part, I can't remember the name of it, but I'll put it here, and it was actually a lot quieter and a lot nicer. So I do recommend that if you are going to go in Venice to have a look around, because there are places that aren't just full of tourists. So yeah, I'm just going to stand here now and wait for the ferry. So I've just showered and I feel really fresh, so really needed that. I've also made myself a apple tea, so this is a Turkish one. So I've been carrying around some of the Turkish tea bags with me since I've been in Turkey, and today I bought my first cannoli. I think that's how you say it, cannoli. I've never tried one before. I mean, it looks a little bit battered because it's been in my bag all day, so I don't know how it's going to taste, and I don't know if I'm like eating this wrong, like should you eat it straight away. It looks like kind of like a biscuit filled with, I'm not really sure what flavour it is, to be completely honest with you, so we'll find that one out together. I bought it today. This is like a very traditional Italian dessert, so yeah, let's give it a try together. Okay, so the outside is like the texture of almost like a pastry, and the inside is definitely lemon chocolate, I think. So there's like little chocolate chips that you can see on the inside, and it's almost like a cream, like a lemon cream inside. It's really delicious. To be honest with you, there was a small and a large version, and now I've tried it, I kind of wish I bought the large version. So I'm going to watch some YouTube. I've got my iPad behind me, and I'm going to eat my cannoli and drink my Turkish tea, and that'll be it for the evening. And then I'm going to get an early night because obviously I've got to get up for the taxi at 6 AM. So it's going to be a really early start. Treviso Airport, and to be honest with you, it looked pretty empty when I walked in, so I thought, oh yeah, buzzing. But as soon as I went through security, obviously it was slow. So I've just bought myself a coffee. I bought some Nutella Be Ready bars yesterday, and I am just chilling here now on like a lounging chair, waiting for my gate to be pulled, and then I'll be heading to Corfu. In Corfu I will be meeting my mum, and we will be getting the ferry over to Albania tomorrow. She's going to be here for 9 days, and yeah, we're going to travel around a bit of Albania together, and then once she goes I'll be continuing on in Albania. So I'm going to end this video here. So if you did like this video, please do like and subscribe and hit the notification bell, and I will see you when I land in Corfu.